Live tonight, Architects of Humanity, Doublespeak, the hidden messages. I'm maxed out here to talk about the euphemisms that are in the language and that politics, television, of course, entertainment use to control them in subtle ways. That's the craziest thing about it. Doublespeak, of course, is very close to what George Orwell spoke about in his book and movie 1984. Doublethink he had in there. Newspeak. Doublethink was war is peace, right? Freedom is slavery, right? That no independent thought, basically. Double speak is a forward movement in that direction to say, okay, let's see how that can be applied, how it is being applied in real life situations. So we have things like pre-owned, which is secondhand, used, right? But they won't say used. They'll say it's pre-owned. That's doublespeak. Enhanced interrogation. We know that that means torture. I mean, look at the word enhanced as if it's good. I mean, doublespeak is brutal. Revenue enhancement. That's one I think Reagan had used that. All presidents, all political puppets, all political parasites basically use this language, knowingly or unknowingly, but I don't see how they can really use it unknowingly. Revenue enhancement. What type? Enhanced interrogation instead of torture. Revenue enhancement instead of taxes. That's taxes. Oh, there's going to be a revenue enhancement. So in other words, there's going to be an increase in taxes. I mean, it's brutal. The fact that you have to basically think your way out of this psychological cage that was created for everyone by government. Government itself is a fictional entity based totally on a psychological type of manipulation, which gives a position called authority to somebody that we already know are blatant criminals, crooks, thieves, PDF files. We see it straight up. But we're saying the government, they're in the government. That's what gives them the authority to what? Puts them as an authority to make another fictional thing called laws. Oh, the law says they can what? Take tax money from us and give it away. And I mean, we already see what's happening. It's ugly right now, what's happening in the country. Revenue enhancement, basically taxes, increases. People are arguing over gas prices and stuff when you have this level of manipulation going on. Doublespeak is everywhere. Servicing the target instead of dropping bombs. That's dropping bombs. Servicing the target. What type of stuff is that? Right? That's crazy, man. We're servicing the target. Oh, you're dropping bombs on them? That is something that if kids were taught this stuff, it would be revolution overnight. I mean, by the time before they graduate high school. I mean, because remember, when we're young, they have to get them when they're young. Bring them young, man. Bring them young. We already know about bring them young. But doublespeak, man, that it gets to a point where if you don't think, somebody else is going to think for you. And that's what we see happening. We see government already thinking for people. One of the biggest things that just happened, a lot of people might be talking about it. I was going to do the show on it, but I said, it figures it's better to do it on this. I spoke with Scribe and it was like, yeah, that might not be the best avenue. But hey, you know what? I'm not sure. A lot of people have done videos on it. today within hours. And everybody's talking about Trump posting a picture as if he were Jesus. And a lot of Christians are saying now they're starting to see in their belief that he might be what they call the Antichrist. I mean, how could somebody not see that he's just basically a crook? In my opinion, and it's like now they're saying, oh well, he's bad now, right? And then there's some people that are so in such a state of mind control that they still think he's a good president. What is a president, right? A presiding officer. He's a cop, a dirty cop at that. From what we see, when think about it. If you go back 10 years, if you were to tell somebody, I have a prediction that the president is going to be a felon and the first lady is going to be a hooker, and ta-da, this is what we have, right? You got, I mean, matter of fact, a person that has had numerous businesses go bankrupt, right? Fail, that's another word for that. And so that's the person they're putting to run the country. And we know the country's basically like a business. And right by his side is a hooker. It's like, oh my good. And they're implicated in charges that deal with children abuse. Let's say that. Just to everybody knows what it is basically. But the ambiguity, right, of doublespeak, right? The phrases, the interpretations, it has multiple ways where it doesn't have to take a firm stance. Pre-owned. Oh, you mean used, right? People will actually go there. Oh yeah, I came to get a pre-owned thing. And that's when they know, well, they can maybe charge you more because you're not saying what it is. It's like, look, man, this is a used vehicle. What do you want for it? Well, it's pre-owned and this and yeah, I know it's used. If you call out the doublespeak, you'll notice a change most of the time in the person's demeanor. You'll see it in their look. You'll see like as if they got caught out there. It's like, what are you trying to say? Servicing the target. Oh, you're dropping bombs. Man, I don't see how anybody can look at politicians. I mean, they like Prime, he had a good point. They don't seem human. It's like mimics or something like that. Mr. X, good to see you, brother. Should be a good one. Yeah, man. Doublespeak is some real stuff, man. It really is.
Hey, MD. Good to see you, man. I'm just going to sit back and listen to your opening because I'm sure it's going to be a good one.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Yeah, doublespeak, it's a play on furthering the 1984 doublethink, which, of course, it's holding two opposing things in your mind. It's a cognitive dissonance. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. That was the mantra. Ignorance is strength when we know it's not. So it's actually it's doublethink. Doublespeak is actually using words that candy coat the truth. Collateral damage for civilian deaths. So basically, we had many civilian deaths. They're not going to look at that. People are going to say, why can't we avoid that? Well, now it's just collateral damage. And people will say, whoa, okay, there was minimal collateral damage. Oh, you mean minimal civilian deaths? And then you start to say, well, yeah, why would there be any civilian deaths? That's not really, we can't have that. Enhanced interrogation. Oh, you mean torture?
Yeah.
It's right. It's like, holy, I mean, the other one that Ray Gun used, revenue enhancement. Oh, taxes. So there's going to be a revenue enhancement, which it means an increase in taxes. That's just one of the most deceitful doublespeak terms right there. Revenue enhancement, man. Servicing the target, dropping bombs.
How about abort? Do you think that has something to like, with what women do when they don't want a child
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
saying murder, basically? Because I've heard people who
exactly.
said they've actually seen the actual
Yeah.
procedure and the outcome, and they say it's horrific.
Yes. Abort is clearly double speak. It's like, oh, you mean rip the unborn fetus out of her uterus
Hmm.
and break it apart in pieces to where the cells scatter and get absorbed even deeper into her tissues than if she just had a miscarriage.
Right. Or when they pull it out and it's like a human and they throw it in the trash, whatever they do.
Oh no, they sell the parts.
Yeah, they
They do
sell the
not
part,
give
but
it away.
still.
Yeah, to them, remember, it's a business. It's also it breaks apart to where they have to get it vacuumed out. The pieces have to be vacuumed out. They have like a little suction thing.
Hmm.
Sometimes women have it done and they go back and they say, oh, there's a few pieces still left in there. I mean,
Mm.
it's a horrible procedure, but we'll just call it abort. We'll just call it abortion just to make it.
I just said a
Uh,
word. Yeah, I want to
yeah,
leave out the other part.
yeah. It just we'll cover it up. We'll dress it up. We'll dress it up. We'll cover it. We won't say what it really is. We'll put this double speak on it. It's just enhanced uh, enhanced medical procedures, and that's they could call it that too, an enhanced medical procedure.
I would be surprised if they did eventually change the name.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely wouldn't. Corporate and business double speaks. We have like right sizing. Right sizing means workforce reduction, layoffs.
You mean downsizing? Downsizing.
Yeah, they call it downsizing, but then they also created one. It also means downsizing, and they call it right sizing. So we're making the size right. So now you get by downsizing even. So you don't have the word down, which can be looked at as something as lesser.
Hmm.
So now you say, no, it's right. We're doing the right thing. We're right sizing. And workforce reduction, that's another one too. And it means layoffs, basically.
Layoffs. Even layoffs is a little bit like
Yeah. I mean,
it
oh, you're
seems
firing.
temporary, doesn't it? Doesn't it mean
Yeah. Yeah.
it seems
Layoffs
like
is, yeah.
temporary.
Yeah. The real word would be firing, right?
Yeah, you're out
Terminating.
of a job, basically.
It's like, yeah, firing, terminating people from employment, but firing is the most common one. Career alternative enhancement program, prepping to fire employees.
Hmm.
So career alternative enhancement program. So it's like we're gonna give you an alternative career. It's an enhancement program for a alternative career, which means we're prepping to fire the employees because you know uh, pre-owned used cars or experienced cars. That's a good one. Experienced cars. Oh,
Hmm.
used cars, you mean? A
Now, what
neg-
about words that make it sound worse than what it is, like welfare or Section 8 or food stamps? Like something they don't want you to take.
yeah, that stuff. I think welfare because it's welfare. I
Mhm.
think because people started to understand what it meant. Like they would, at first it was like, okay, they're going to use that. Now they call it public assistance.
Mm.
So that's the word to cover it up and say, and still a lot of people need that, especially if they're handicapped, well, disabled, because they would rather that word be, I didn't know handicap was a word that people didn't want to be used. They'd rather use the word disabled. I think it was like, I forgot the negative connotation with the word handicap. So disabled, uh, operational shutdown is closing a factory.
Mm.
That's, you know, it's like, wow.
Or restructure. Restructure is another one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Restructure. Um, so we have neutralize the target. So that's a one that people can figure out. Neutralizing the target. It's like, oh, so you're killing them basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has me like, man, this is really like, yeah, it has me wondering like, man, what like already, I've been into language for many years, and it's like English, it's such a large language that has words that are meaningless. It,
Sure.
it just, yeah, it's kind of, like gently used. It,
Yeah.
it could mean battered, used and battered. Shabby chic or chic, old worn furniture, brief inconvenience, a long delay. That's actually a good one. A brief inconvenience. It's like, oh, you mean a long delay? It's not going to be brief and an inconvenience, so it's a delay. Vertical transportation corps, elevator operators, nonprofit used to describe companies that still make high profits. That's the hilarious thing. Oh, it's a nonprofit, and then that's we see a lot of people run scams with that.
Hmm.
Revenue enhancement, raising taxes. That just is brutal. I remember when Reagan had put that up there. Um, Revenue enhancement. So they're going to raise taxes. Negative patient care outcome. The patient died.
Or hospice. That sounds more better than this is where you die, basically.
Yeah, it's like
Hospitable, you know?
yeah, exactly. Well, hospice is like, isn't that a place where people have like terminal diseases or terminal, like they're
Well, I
not
think
gonna,
it's
yeah, it's like
there. It's the waiting room for death, basically. You know.
exactly. That's actually very accurate. Yeah, waiting room for death. Wow, that's a good one. That explains it. Yeah, that explains it straight up. Enhanced radiation weapon, neutron bomb.
Yeah.
So we see that one. Um, yeah, yeah. This is when you look at it, you start to say, "Man, this is a very slick way." Environmental acceleration. That's a forest fire. That's crazy.
Mm.
It's like you have to like think about it and say, "Wait, environmental acceleration? What are you talking about?" Oh, a forest fire. It's just the amount of the doublespeak is just, man.
How about unpaid leave? I don't know. It makes it sound like I don't know if that's what, but
Yeah,
you can
unpaid leave. Yeah,
you're
that.
fired or you got no money. You get out of here. I don't
Mhm. Yeah. Look
know.
at big boned, right? Instead of overweight, right?
Oh yeah, big bone, sure.
Vertically challenged, instead of short. They have that one.
Hmm.
Vertically challenged. That was it. I mean, it just really, you have the like English is really a deep language because within it we have the secret words that can kind of tell you something. Like let go, they would say we have to let you. Oh, they have to fire you
Yeah,
between jobs instead of being unemployed.
right.
Yeah.
I
So
love
it's
that.
like,
In between jobs, you don't work. You know?
yeah, yeah. So it's like everyday conversation that actually has some good ones, and other parts, political, comfortable, cozy, uh, something that's small, a place that's small. Sometime cozy. When I say yeah, it's cozy, it's nice and cozy. Oh, so you mean it's small? A senior citizen, polite way of saying someone is old. Uh, Powder my nose, women would say that instead of saying using the bathroom. They're not going to say they got to take a dump. They're going to
Yeah.
say they got to powder their nose.
Well, that's mostly for women. You know, a lot of this too. A lot of this double speak too. I know women use it I think, more than men. Guys just say I'm dropping dudes. You know, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
women really like to say powder the nose, and they like a little more. Like they won't call each other fat and so much as she's full size or
Hmm.
something. You know what I mean? But men, they kind of like they'll get them through the ringer. You know, they don't care.
Yeah, men are a little more brutal with it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, with that type of thing, they'll say it's not you, it's me. That's the ultimate breakup euphemism.
Oh
Ultimate.
yeah,
It's like, really, like we already know
It's me.
she's
I
not.
don't like you.
Yeah, she's not playing hard to get. The guy is hard to want. That's the
Exactly.
truth. And
Exactly.
let's be friends. That's it. I don't want to
Yeah.
date. Anymore.
Which
Seeing
basically
other.
means I don't want to see you anymore because friends usually hang out, but they don't even want to hang out with you. So I don't know what kind of friendship that is, you know?
Exactly. That's the letdown. Seeing other people.
Yeah. I'm banging some other
Just
guy.
saying they're going to be banging someone else, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Focusing on myself. That's basically
Instead of
often.
your face.
Yeah.
Basically. I'm focusing on myself instead of your face. It's too hard to look at, you know?
Yeah. Even
There's,
ghosting, cutting
what's
off
that?
all communication,
Oh,
basically
ghosting.
cutting. Yeah, you
I
know.
got ghosted. No, you didn't. She just didn't want to talk to you. It's like, buddy, don't give it some fancy term. You know what I mean? Just don't make it sound worse, better than it is. You know? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. It really, it gets to a point where it's like, wow, double speak has like it is in everyday speak, and people don't really. I don't think they see too much of the danger of it but there's a lot of danger in double speak,
there
man.
is.
There's a lot of danger. It can,
I mean, I'm not trying to bring up the dating coaches, but I do remember one guy. He used to call a guy who just goes up to a girl and just doesn't stop talking. His terminology for that was called plowing.
wow.
I mean, the girl just ignores you, but you keep talking. You don't shut up. You just keep talking. That's a method called plowing. So it's like, no, it's a method called you're a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, double speak. I guess we see it everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
people use it on a regular basis.
Hmm. Yeah. It is. It is everywhere. It's they have you know people that would say, what's the difference? So double speak different from lying, and lying, it involves withholding truth, while double speak, it's a kind of language used to bring deception, like tactfully, to where it's strategic, to conceal the rightful truth, to code it, to
Sure.
it's yeah, it's much more it's deceitful. It's very deceitful. It's not blatantly lying. It's lying, but in a different way, in a way that's almost like not lying. It's really, really uh it's a very for lack of a better word, enhanced form of mind control.
It is. You're right. And I think that's why, the BP truth was so hard for people to digest. And like a lot of times, like you said, that the truth, nobody wants the truth is because they're so used to doublespeak. They think the world is nicer than it really is.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. and
Well,
and the double think, I think it was 1984, with the double no the double speak, double think was put on it from people taking it from double speak. uh double think, no, yeah, double think was 1984, and then double wait, was it double, yeah, double speak is what they added in. So like double speak, really it's still double think. In 1984, the Ministry of Truth, that was the place that spread propaganda,
mm,
doing the opposite of truth. So the Ministry of Truth, which is more of a cognitive dissonance, like a double think.
right.
Ministry of Peace, the people that conduct war. These were from 1984, the book. Ministry of Love oversees torture and repression. The Ministry of Plenty manages economic shortages. The slogans, like I had said before: war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The double think, related concepts, so that's what it would be called, um, holding two contradictory beliefs simultaneously, which is kind of like it. Basically, that's the definition of cognitive dissonance. Newspeak was the official language designed to shrink vocabulary, limiting the ability to think critically or conceptualize rebellion. And we see that clearly, the end of critical thinking. Critical thinking has been it's put in a padded cage. You know, people they like it. They avoid critical thinking. It's crazy. You know, gentle words, you know, for brutal actions, like we've already seen, vaporization, you know, rectification, you know, that's another one. And propaganda, manipulating language to serve political agendas. We clearly see that.
What about redlining?
The what?
Redlining, like what they do with property.
Oh yeah,
Redlining, what they do with,
exactly.
yeah, just basically
It's
means
like,
segregation. In other words.
yeah, segregating. That's actually, yeah. And
Mhm.
you know, other words, double speak could be, you know, called double talk, you know, deceptive communication, evasive language, you know, misleading language, misleading rhetoric, obfuscating talk. So it's like the fancy way of saying lying. Uh, and, you know, they have biblical stuff. I
Sure.
think it was, some people say, I think they say is Isaiah 5:20, they say has the answer. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's straight doubles. Yeah. That's double speak and double think. Puts the darkness for light, the light for darkness. So that's actually, so you have these in religious books too, that
Hmm.
put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter in the Bible. Those who practice doublespeak would be accused of having a froward tongue. It's a perversion, you know. And we do see that. It's like, oh yeah, they'll say good as it. We see that right now. You know, what we, you know, they're trying to say, oh, this guy's good, but we see what he's doing is not good. And that's another thing for 1984. You wouldn't have evil, good and evil. You would have good and not good, or ungood. So now the word evil or bad gets eliminated from the vocabulary, shrinking it.
Right.
So now, yeah, so that was the new speak actually, to
And
where it's,
this actually oh, sorry.
yeah, go ahead. Mhm.
This reminds me a little bit about, I'm not trying to bring up the dating thing, but back when we discussed BP topics, how like I'd say when you go into a room, you got to be able to feel the room. And it's like, that's why I was so against the cold approach and all that crap, because I know through life experience, you go into the wrong place and you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble, the wrong venue. And it's like there are probably groups of people you walk into a bar, walk into an establishment where they all know each other, even though it doesn't look like they know each other because they might be sitting in separate areas. But they'll use some type of double speaker code, if they spot somebody, or even guys who are trying to con people out of money. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, that's why body language is so important, is to look beyond the words. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
Best up saying you know what I'm saying, but because a lot of times that the wording can get you into a lot of trouble. Just like a girl says, "Let's be friends." Well, oh, maybe I have a chance. No, you don't have a chance. But it's you got to watch for signs and body language sometimes, because they might be speaking a whole different. Even if it's English, it's a whole different language they use with each other.
Mhm.
And you got
Yeah.
to be aware of your situation and go with your gut sometimes. That's why I talk about the metaphysical so much, because let's say you can't figure out what's going on, but your gut will figure it out. You'll get that feeling in your gut that something's wrong. Follow it. Once
Yeah.
you're in touch with your metaphysical self, you say, you know what? I'm feeling negative energy now. I better follow it. And you'll stay out of trouble.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that, you know, you're absolutely, man. That's yeah, we see it with who was it? Closvicula. I guess I'll call him that, Closet Vicula.
Hmm.
Because when he approached, you know, the dude who we thought was
Right.
a woman, you know, and only because the camera was on, you know, it just Derek, good to see you, bro.
But I
Yeah.
still question if that was by accident. I still question it because it's pretty obvious in Miami. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's I
He's
don't.
definitely,
I think that was some double speak there too. Oh, sorry, but in the way he's probably promoting that. No, I kind of like this. You know what I mean?
oh
I
yeah,
play on the
yeah.
wild side.
Yeah, yeah, you know, that could have been, yeah, to where it's letting people like, hey man, you know, like,
Hmm.
you know, just, yeah, because they're very deceitful with that. In
And he would have
1980,
taken that video down. He never would have let it be posted publicly. He would have told them
yes.
immediately. If he was embarrassed about that, he was like, "Shut that video, erase that right
Hmm.
now." You know what I
Hmm.
mean? They never would have let that get
Yeah,
out.
he was smiling like he was happy
Yeah.
that he was, being accepted. It's like, it's crazy. Uh,
Mhm.
but in 1984, they talked about, you wouldn't have very good or extremely good. You'd have plus good or double plus good. I mean, it was crazy when you look at the stuff and the vernacular in that.
But that's really going to happen, though. China already has the social credit score, and it's coming our way eventually.
Oh yeah.
Where that same rating system you just mentioned, plus good, really good,
Mhm,
we're going to
mhm.
have it very soon.
Oh yeah, that's the likes and it's already here. I think it's here, but it's in a different form. Social media is kind of social credit. London, England, it's already there. Uh, so they have that.
All your actions will be tracked. Like if you make a scene at a restaurant or an
Oh,
airport,
forget it. Yeah.
you're going to be known. It's going to count against you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's in politics, we see it. It masks intentions and supports ideologies, narratives, untruthful narratives.
Hmm.
We see that. Um, it just, yeah. It, this this whole 1984 premise that we have, 1984 versus Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. It actually, we look at it, 1984, the fear and the control has to be monitored, because if you let the finger up, you have to keep them under the thumb, and
Hmm.
that's how it works. So it requires maintenance. The Brave New World doesn't, because it creates a comfortable cage. Once it's created, that's it. It maintains itself.
Which I think is where we're headed. We're headed to a comfortable cage for
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely. I mean, when I think about the pod and stuff, it's really, in a way, when I think about it, it's like getting in the coffin, because it's like when we look at Cypher from the Matrix, we know that they weren't going to put him back in the pod in the Matrix. They're just going to put him back to sleep, and that's it. Flush him. It's like, how would he know the difference? And that is, it's like in Soylent Green with the euthanization, and they would have him looking at a screen of flowers in the field, stuff that they had already destroyed, and the oceans were overfished, like we're seeing now, and they just started recycling people. Soylent Green was made of people. That was the last line in the movie, basically. And in '84, the movie, after they broke him, I think the last line was, he was just sitting there in a daze, and he said, "I love you," mainly implying the government.
Hmm.
It just broke. I mean, yeah, it's like, Franz Kafka said, "I'm a bird looking for a cage." It just, I mean, that's some deep stuff. That is deep.
It is.
Holy smokes. He just kept it real. He kept it real. It's like, holy, Franz Kafka was a very deep writer. I mean, and it wasn't going to be published. If he told his friend to burn it. If his friend didn't get out of, I think it was Germany or Austria, because he stayed during the whole World War II. He said he's not leaving. He's like, why? And I think he got like a disability check or something. But I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, with all the stuff that went on there. But yeah, yeah. I look at that with the language itself. Like when I look into the secret words, man, I still can't, like, it I think about it, and I'm just like, man, English is telling me something within the language, like, president is pretend. So it's like, how is that even right? It's like the language is saying, don't let them fool you. Look into me, respell the words. So it shows us the magic that we have, the ability to see through something, to say, oh, the word is president, and it can be respelled into is pretend. So basically, president or president is pretend. And that is not a coincidence. This is like the language telling us something, especially when you get into phrases, the US presidential election, and you see it says elite hustlers and a deception. Now, this almost seems unbelievable.
It does.
It has me like, wait a second, this is just too much to say. How is this possible? They're saying, or if the language is alive, the language is telling me the US presidential election, just respell the words and you'll see the truth. And the fact that it can spell elite hustlers into deception without adding or removing not even one letter, I mean, that's like something really deep. Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom, giant ads welcoming my kids. That's almost,
No, it's
yeah, it's
impossible. It can't be a coincidence.
exactly. It's impossible for this to be a coincidence. It just secret words is the real. It's basically what it is. Secret words.
What's good is you'll probably find more. You know what I mean? As time
Oh
goes
yeah,
by, now that you're accustomed to it, you're just going to get better and better at deciphering this. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yep. Yeah, you start seeing more different things. You start to say, "Oh, okay, I see what they were talking about." Especially with like the anagrams that we were going through. Um, yeah, the anagrams we were talking about with
Hmm.
the book and the stuff that I had. I had it saved to a document. Like I think I might have put Area 51 in the book, and it can Area 51 spells fear a tiny foe. I
Wow,
mean, that's
that's something.
right. It just it's like the language is speaking to us. It's like something in the language is saying, "Don't let them fool you. Use your
I mean,
brain."
they tell us all the time there's nothing going on at Area 51, but you look on Google Maps, there's cars there, there's buildings there. And of course, if you try and go near it, the guys with guns will meet you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So don't tell me there's nothing going on because that's a nonsense. You know what I mean? Whether they do planting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It definitely something has. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Some
International
speculate.
space. Yeah. Mhm.
I was just gonna say I've heard of some speculation on some other videos I've watched that there's an underground system, tunnel system there that stretches all through the Americas, um,
Mhm.
which would kind of make sense. It's what are they doing there? It
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
sense that there's some underground system that just stretches all across the U.S. In that section.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, International Space Station can be respelled to spell "it is not a pleasant container."
Wow. Hmm.
That is just like it's like how is that just um yeah, that plastic surgery. Get this one. Plastic surgery can form three words: ugly star's price.
Wow.
It can also be respelled into scary, upset girl.
Oh, geez. Yeah. And that's the
And
number
then
one customer.
the fact it can respell into things that relate to plastic surgery, um, pry ugliest scar. So plastic surgery can be respelled to spell that.
Hmm.
I just, yeah. As Varun, good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure, man. We got the link pinned up there. If you want to hop on.
I wonder what Facebook could be respelled if there's anything that, you know.
Yeah, there might be let me see, anagram.
Yeah. Oh, you got the calculator or something?
No,
Quick.
I'm just typing it into Google
Oh, yeah.
just to see anagram for the word Facebook. It's not really cafe book, a bok pho, a fob cake. Yeah, nothing really mm, yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's not really significant that I'm seeing. I mean, maybe there's something else in there, but for Facebook, the ones that I saved, like the little green aliens, these real intelligent. So it
Hmm.
spelled that when I was. It didn't, it's close. Space travels can be respelled to vaster places,
Wow.
which yeah relates to the thing. You know, um, Yeah, that, I mean, this, I'm looking for some of the other ones that I had. I mean, plastic surgery, they, get this, funeral. The word funeral can be
Mhm.
respelled as real fun.
Real fun. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy, right?
And
It's like they
forgetting
say with the
inheritance.
word manslaughter, right? In the word has laughter. You can't have manslaughter without laughter.
Mm.
You know, so manslaughter can be the two words just without even resmell it. Manslaughter, it's man's laughter, right? You can kind of
Right.
see it with your mind, right?
And you remember The Shining, red rum. Look in the
Oh,
mirror. It says
murder.
murder. Yeah.
Yep,
Red
backwards.
rum.
Wow. Wow. That is, yeah, yeah, that is. I tell you, and these are just anagrams, as we went over earlier, was double speak and double think and newspeak, actually, you
Hmm.
know, which double plus good, you know, it's just like, wow. Uh, yeah. So a true miracle, material cure, or I am a lecturer. Wow. I forgot I wrote that one down. You know, I was telling a friend that writing is just, it's almost obsolete now. I'm like one of the few people that still write stuffs with pen and paper sometimes, you know.
Hmm.
I'll write down notes and stuff. People would usually, I guess, type it in their phone or something. Or, I mean,
So
the
I,
phone is like everything to some people. It's just,
me included. Me included.
yeah, yeah.
I don't lie. It's well, that's the majority now. It's
Get
the old
this
days
one.
are gone. Was
You're
that?
going to like this one, man.
Hmm.
Uh, this is a crazy anagram. And being, especially being that I'm here right next to, I think it's still in the Bronx, Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium can be respelled nauseates my kid.
Oh wow, wow.
That's like, what the heck? I don't know why my throat feels kind of sore. Hmm.
Hmm.
The 7 year itch. I envy the cheaters. This is a hilarious one. Platinum blondes respells to spell dumb nation, or dumb nation spell. That could actually be a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should rewrite it at that. Dumb nation spell, because you see these brunettes, very pretty. They'll dye their hair blonde, and they don't really need to, you know.
I'm
Um,
looking up some here, like astronomers, moon starers.
yes, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any others?
Let's see here. There's others, but I want to find ones that I like.
Okay, I got a
The
few more.
eyes they see. The eyes they see. Dormitory, dirty room. You said that before.
Yeah. What was
Debit
the other
card.
one you said?
The eyes they see.
Okay. Okay. The eyes they see. Yeah.
Debit card, bad credit.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Debit card is bad credit.
mhm.
Let me write that down. Bad credit. And the eyes they see, right?
Yep.
The eyes they see. It's always good to save these.
11 plus 2, 12 plus 1. That's kind of funny.
Wow. Really? So 11 plus
Plus 2,
2 equals
12 plus 1.
12 plus 1. How does that, you know, it's like, this is amazing, man.
Conversation, voices rant on.
Conversation, voices, rant on. This is, yeah, this is like, yeah.
Desperation, a rope ends it.
Oh my goodness. A rope ends. That's crazy.
The cockroach, cook, catcher.
Cook
Mhm.
catcher. The cockroach. Hmm.
Not sure about that one. But
Yeah. I'll write it down anyway. Cook catcher. All right.
mhm. Schoolmaster, the classroom.
Schoolmaster, the classroom. Oh, that's a good one. Scribe's here. What's up, Scribe?
Hey, scribe.
Um,
Hanging.
I didn't
Schoolmaster.
catch up on anything you guys were saying.
We're going through anagrams. We were doing double speak earlier. We had some pretty good double speak and double think, but the anagrams are just off the handle. So schoolmaster, Mr. X is saying, is what again?
The classroom.
The classroom. Holy smokes.
Hmm. I'm just looking these up. I'm not figuring on my own, so
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
looking up. Oh, that's a good one. Slot machines.
Oh, yeah.
Cat,
Cash lost in me.
cash lost in them. Yep.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
that in
here's
the
another
book.
good one. Mother-in-law. Woman Hitler.
Oh my goodness, that woman Hitler. Let me write that. Yeah, we're going over some deep anagrams, Scribe. These are the fact that they respell into these words, right?
Mhm.
It just it's like, how is that, right? That's like the language telling us something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any good ones, just add them in. We'll yeah, they were some really good ones in a stream we did like months ago last year. And I can't remember what stream. I mean, people were throwing them in the chat, man.
Mhm.
Oh man. Yeah. I gotta look back and see if I can find that stream. It's oh man. Yeah, that was a good one. I mean, they were putting in like a lot of them in the chat. I should have been screenshotting it. Woman
So
Hitler.
what if you can come up with a good thing from that same anagram? What if it's both, or it has the letters have some type of extra meaning or something?
Like what do you mean?
Like, let's say you find a negative anagram on a particular group of words. Is there a positive version that could be rearranged from that same anagram?
Yeah, well, some of them, like I'll give an example here, the ones that I have, uh, like plastic surgery, right? So many that I have, I mean, I can't even believe that this can be respelled to say ugly star's price. It can also be respelled into scary upset girl, pry ugliest scar, rip ugly actress. Plastic surgery can be respelled also into cures pasty girl. So that might be a little positive.
I got one here. I want to tell you,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to make sure it's accurate. Sexual reassignment surgery. It says here, man returns a sexy girl, but you may want to check that. Make sure
All right. Let me
all the
see.
letters.
Reassignment.
Sexual reassignment surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Man returns a sexy girl.
Returns as. This is crazy, bro. The language is speaking to us. Somebody might say, well, that's a positive one. The closets would be like, what do you mean? That's not negative.
Oh, you'd like this one, New York Times. Monkey's right.
Yes, yeah, I have that in the book. It actually spells a few different ones, New York Times. Yeah,
Mhm.
it actually has a few different ones. But addressing what Scribe was saying, Super Sidewinder, good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. Azrain, what's up, bro? Anytime you want to jump in.
Thank you, MD, for having me on your show.
Yeah. Oh, always a pleasure, man. Yeah, we're going through anagrams. I'm looking at that one. It looks about right. I don't have like anything like an anagram checker up, but
If that's right, that's scary.
I mean, to me, it's the language telling us we have the power to respell it because it's called spelling, right? So what we're doing is respelling the phrase.
Yeah.
So we're showing that the first book I wrote on Amazon was Spellcaster about the good morning and the wake in the morning to earn, wake, morning, earn. Those are all funerary terms in the sentence that basically we sentence ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
When it should be I rise early rise of the day, of the strong day, not the weak day, the strong day. It just and then you get weekend, But this is wow. That's a deep one, man. Sexual reassignment surgery. Man returns. It's crazy.
I know. I was
Oh,
shocked when I found that one.
wow. I gotta put these. Let me put credit for you here.
Well, it's not me. I looked it up on Google. I'm not that smart, so
X.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least to have it for you. I'll put that in the book too. Mr. X credit when I put the new one out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. So the last one was sexual reassignment surgery. Did you have any more? That was it, or?
Well, I
Yeah.
just can't look at it right now.
Oh, okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. I got.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Or you could send them to me on email.
Yeah, that's what I'll do when I
yeah.
get back home. I'll
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had the New York Times ones is in the book. I actually put that one. Scribe, did you have? You were saying something about if they could say a good and a bad.
Yeah, there should be like a duality or something.
I haven't really seen, but I know there's some. Okay, now this is one. These are ones that I saved because I was already at like 80, 90 pages in the book before I published Secret Words. So I had a lot of extras. Dallas cheerleaders, elders sell a charade. A lot of them, I don't see too many with a double meaning. I'm looking through the ones I got. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Brainless dame adored fit rings. I mean, how does that even? The fact that it relates to the phrase. Okay, depression, right? Depression. I think Mr. X had one earlier with depression. I thought it was. I think I got it up. Oh no, it was desperation. So depression. What you're saying, Scribe, that might actually. So it has depression can spell person dies, prison seed, no need. Need no rips, but it can also spell I press on. I pressed on. So depression can mean the positive. I guess if that's positive, I pressed on. It seems like, okay, you had depression, right? Is that like close to what you're saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
So it can spell like pressed on, and that's the positive, right? And then person dies, that's the negative.
Yeah, so there has to be like several different meanings if it's possible. Because now you're rearranging it almost like a symbol, kind of. But yeah, there could be deeper meanings in there. It seems like a lot of them are looking to rearrange themselves and be obvious what we think. It's like what about certain phrases
Yeah, certain phrases. I mean,
that you think of, that are profound in your mind, and what could that could be rearranged to?
yeah, I guess with the stuff we have, did it, just a couple with Google, but these I had written down like International Space Station scientists paranoia, no talent, or no talent paranoia science.
That's pretty deep.
Right?
That's
I
exactly
can't even
what it is,
believe it
man.
respelled. It's like holy, and I wrote this down years ago, like back in 2023. I was like, this is crazy. But it
I got
also
another good one here.
You got one? Okay.
Federal Bureau of Investigation, if found alive, abuse, interrogate.
Federal
Bureau of Investigation, if found alive, abuse, interrogate.
Investigation.
Yeah, that's like very specific too.
If found alive, abuse.
Yep, found alive, comma, abuse, comma, interrogate.
Interrogate. Okay, that one. Wow.
Yeah, I'm finding these on anagramgenius.com, so you could check that site out.
Yeah, that was I had a long time ago. Somebody had put the chat. Now that you said that, it was something with CIA too, like Central Intelligence Agency had like something. I should have saved those. I know that I forgot what stream it was on though. It was definitely I don't know if it was around the secret word stream. I got to look back, but people, I forgot who it was putting some really good ones in the chat.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
two of them right now. If you guys can check it, to be or
Okay.
not to be. All right, to
Okay.
be or not to be, and then truth is stranger than fiction. Those two.
To be or not to be spells truth is stranger than fiction.
No, I'm saying those two. Like what comes out of those two phrases.
Oh, okay. I don't have the anagram thing open. I have the notepad document that I saved them on. Let me see. To be or not to be. For the phrase, I'm just typing it in Google for the phrase to be or not to be. What does it give me? This freaking thing goes back to anagram or not to be to or to boot. Nah, it doesn't. It's not coming up with much on that one.
Yeah,
Not
that's
with
what I was thinking about that one. Probably like, okay, truth is stranger than fiction. That one should have something.
truth is stranger than fiction. I think Asvarun jumped off. Why is it anagram for the phrase truth is stranger than fiction? I have to go into the AI for Google. In Stuttgart French historian. That's kind of weird that it can spell.
Whoa. That's crazy.
I don't get it though. Stuttgart. Stuttgart is definitely a word. I think it's a German word.
It's like, don't tell me it's the person because you said earlier Hitler's something. It's like, how does the language know about Hitler if, you know?
No, it just respells it. When Mr. X did that, it was like mother-in-law, woman Hitler or something. I had wrote it down.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, woman Hitler. Yeah,
Just seems very targeted, you know?
very. I mean,
Well,
this.
that's-
I mean, this. The language to me is speaking to us. We are respelling. It shows us the power that we have to see through and respell. Like, I mean, how was English even created? It's only 400 years, if that, old. Middle English is almost incomprehensible when you look at it, and Old English is just like it's. I wouldn't even say it's Germanic. It's very Old English is like, I guess, a type of Anglo-Saxon. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, alien spacecraft. I think I have that in the book. A scare felt panic. Felt a scare panic. It could be that too. Yeah, so Area 51, fear a tiny foe. That's kind of, military base, Area 51, fortified area, it may be aliens. How the heck could that respell into that? That's unbelievable right there. That's like, I mean, the fact that that can be respelled, it's like, wow. Wow. That's pretty deep. That could be respelled into that. Military base Area 51. Fortify area, it may be aliens. Or it may be aliens, fortify area. That's, wow. Flying saucer, fly using care. U.S. lying farce. Race us flying. That is just, man. Alien spacecraft. I think I put this in the book Secret Words. A scare felt panic, or felt a scare panic. Wow. So yes, shuttle ready to dock with space station. Atlantis decreed to touch with a sky post. Lost in space, so let's panic. That's like, this is something, I think it's something that's talking to us through the language itself. Paranoid delusions. Wow. Dead soul in a prison. Wow. It also plain odd neurosis. Psychiatrist, chair typist. Wow. That is that's pretty deep, man. That is yeah, this I'm looking for some of the other ones. I had some that was kind of mediocre. Yeah, that weather forecasting. There we go, rain facts. Liberal bias can be respelled to a Bible's liar. And I put liberal media in the book. It can be respelled to admirable lie, which is just, I mean, how do you even come up with that? It's an easy one if you play with the words, because it's just 2 words, so it wasn't hard, you know. But I think what Mr. X was using is a little better. The anagram program that he was using. Yeah, I put a few of these other ones are in the book. True lottery, try roulette. A comic genius is magic on cue. I put that in the book, yeah. Where are some of the other ones? New York Post, honest type work. It's like they, you know, when I think about that, it's like, man, how is that? The Sunday Times, yeah, that one had a few. Daily Mail editorials. Ideally, I alarm idiots. That's crazy. Radio, do air. So that was one I put years ago. Rats live on Earth, trash revolution. And you know, it's crazy because they would have the New Year's at Times Square with Dick Clark. Times Square, New York City spells it quite rocks my New Year's. That's like, this is where I say language has a language within it, especially the English language. I think it has a language inside of the language. And that's basically what it is. It can tell us stuff like if we're open-minded to look into it.
It is a derivative of all these languages: English, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, French, you know, German. They're all a derivative of Latin. So that means Latin is what you're saying has multiple, definitely multiple within the one. It's letter based, and you look at the Chinese and Japanese, all they're symbol based, which to me is more advanced.
Yeah, it's definitely that's like on another level, where it's like, you know, I heard they don't have certain things in the language like certain grammatical parts that we have. So it's you know, I'm surprised when people learn how to speak Chinese fluently. You see these YouTubers, and I'm like, holy smokes! It's very. One girl told me, she said they'll use word like ma, and then they'll say it in different ways, like ma, and then, you know, it means 2 different things. That's yeah, that's pretty deep, you know, when I think about it. It's like, to understand that is very you know, it's on another level. A conspiracy theorist, I put this in the book, respells as is another scary topic. So, I mean, that's like, wow. Walter Cronkite, the so-called, great news reporter. His name, Walter Cronkite, respelled into network recital and network article and town talk crier. Wow. Wow. That is, yeah. War games, arms wage, wage arms.
Well, what are the okay? So you're basically saying the letters can eventually a phrase can pertain to us. It's almost like you're saying that
Yes.
the history can literally be encoded into these letters.
Yeah. Into these phrases. The phrases can be respelled. So it's not just the letters, it's a phrase like Nikola
It's talking
Tesla.
about, but it's talking about a future thing that hasn't happened yet.
Or it could be giving us a code like, all right, look at Nikola Tesla. His name can be respelled to say, so alien talk.
So alien talk. It says?
Yeah, or alien talk so. That's what I've written down.
You see, and that's going into the weird, the conspiracies, what they claim. So there could be even lies with mixed in there somehow. I mean, again, it seems like it's like trying to predict the future or took an event and somehow it's encoded in these letters.
Possible.
I don't know if I buy that.
It can also spell no like Atlas or no Atlas like. Nikola Tesla coil can respell into oscillation leak or I talks alone or I alone talks or is talk alone or is alone.
One's interesting because that's his main thing.
Right? Nikola Tesla coil, oscillation leak. That's it. I wrote that down. Yeah, that was 2023. Yeah. That's
like he's leaking the idea of infinite oscillation, which is infinite energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that and to have that respell, it's like something I don't know, I guess like what I'm trying to explain is that it's really like it's deep. It's like, holy smokes, how could that? It's like something trying to tell us something by respelling the words. Book titles. Versadoco just wrote me. He has a channel with some really cool stuff. If he's listening, I'm gonna send him some stuff. Let me see. And other picks because he's doing a thing on Obsidian stuff. I'm just letting him know that these are mine. Yeah. He
This is what it kind of sounds like. It's like doing moon landing, and it comes back and says a hoax or something.
Yeah, no, the moon. There are some for that. I have some. Let me see. Book. I'm just sending it back to him. because he's doing this guy. He had a video that was really deep on. I just let him know I'm live because he wrote me back with the Egyptian blocks with the hieroglyphs on one researcher. He presented it really good in the video where if the blocks were transparent, you would see a hieroglyph on this wall, and then in the other room it matches up and it makes like a double, like it tells the full story. Like, and it was also, I think, implying that the physical, the block is like an illusion, like it's, you know, so like I think the Egyptians were also trying to tell people that physical reality is an illusion. Like, it was really deep. I mean, he's got a really deep video about that. And he's making one, I think, on the Obsidian. So I just let him know because I have my copyright on the picture, Sydney Prince. So I told him, no, that's me. That's my name. So you have permission to use it. I hope he makes, I know he's going to make a good video. So like, I'm so glad he wrote me back. I just let him know I was live. So hopefully he's checking out the live stream, and I let him know he has permission to use my pictures. If he's watching, you know, these are two of my books with my name on it. So he knows that that's, yeah, he can use them. Yeah. And I have the original ones I'll send to him if he wants them. But, this, like, I put this in the book. The word Satan, Lucifer, can be respelled into careful saint. That's crazy, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's, I got some.
Sorry, I'm in and out because I'm at work something, but I'll be back for 5 minutes. I'm just keeping it there.
Sure.
I had Noah's flood.
Noah's flood. Let me see. Noah's. It keeps. I have to use the AI for the thing. This one, I don't know. It doesn't do it too good. Hand the anorak. Unless, I don't know if that's a word. Anorak. A-N-O-R-A-K. So hand the anorak, or anorak the hand.
Ooh, that's interesting. Hand the anorak. That could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what that is.
And that's just with AI. So another one might find more stuff. I guess the one Mr. X was using. But it's only in 11.
One that's going to get a little bit more now. That's a little bit short. Architects Humanity. Let's see what comes.
All right, let me see. Let me go back to this. Architects. Yeah, that's a good one. Of Humanity. Okay, what's it saying? Wow. A chatty, rich, humanistic. Wow. High, a technical human act.
What?
Yeah. It's a high technical human act. H-I.
Wow, dude. The architect saying hi, basically.
High, a technical. Wow, that is deep, bro. That is
because the whole meme on the thing when you start programming, it's like hello world. Like that's the first program you make. It's like a very simple program. You say hello world, like the computer is alive, whatever. So that it's almost like they're doing that. Hi, you know, it's like wow.
This is what I'm saying. I think the language is talking to us in a way, like either it's been encoded in the language to talk to us, or the language is living itself. Architect. I'm just saving that one. Architects.
There's only 24 letters, which is limited to the.
It could spell more because remember, plastic surgery spelled a whole bunch of different ones. It also spells a chatty, rich, humanistic. A chatty, human. And that's just the ones that came up with quickly. So I guess a higher level one. I think Mr. X said he was using the Genius one, which I think that one's an older one, but it does have some good, it can figure out some stuff. Now I could imagine with the AI, because this is Google search, but then it has AI mode. So I'm not really using, I think, the Google AI.
Yeah, let's try this one. Donald John Trump. That's his middle name. Because they always say J. I never knew what J was stood for. It says John, John.
Okay. Land dump ort.
What?
Or rot. Land dump rot. Yeah.
Holy crap. Because his father and him, yeah, the real estate thing is like his main thing.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah.
His father
that's
got
his whole
arrested
thing,
during a riot, I think in the 30s. He was working with the Klan, Fred Trump, his father.
But their main thing, their dynasty was the real estate. So real estate tycoon thing.
Yeah.
So it says, what
So
does
it says land dump rot land dump. Land Trump top. Don Trump lad, damp old turn old damp, or
no, that first one.
Yeah, the first one might be it. Yeah. The fact that it spells all of these. Dr. Pant mold, and old Trump, damp old turn old damp, it could be. So it has about a good 7, but that top one, land dump.
Oh, those first two, yeah, those first two.
Land
like,
dump
wow.
rot land dump, and land drum.
So basically, when you're a tycoon, real estate, whatever, you're gonna be doing stuff like that just to lower the value if you have to dump something or whatever, or raise the value if you have to come up with some fake thing to make it seem like this area is more expensive than what it is, and that's what they do. They manipulate the market. So the fact that came out and knew his like profession, and it says what he does in that profession, that is insanity. So that means the letters somehow are up with current events, because we're testing different things and it seems like it knows what's going on, which doesn't make any sense to me. How can these letters, there's only 24 letters.
I'm just writing back Versadoko. He thanked me. He's a really cool guy. He's got a great YouTube page too, man. Yeah. I tell you, man, that one video he did with the transparent blocks with that guy, that researcher that had that theory, is just an amazing. I mean, really, I'm glad to even speak with somebody that knows so much about it. I mean, he's a cool dude. I mean, I appreciate the videos he's made. And yeah, so Donald.
Dude, I mean, the implications of that, I'm just trying to think. Is it messing with us? Is this?
No, it's telling us.
What it means is this code is already pre-written. The only way it would know all these things like this.
Yeah. Well, if it's pre-written, how is it?
Was the English alphabet invented before Hitler? Do these things?
Oh yeah. No, it was.
It knows. Okay, so that means it's making a prediction of some guy's name. It doesn't even know yet.
What if it's living? That's assuming it's coded and not living.
There's only so many variables here. 24 letters.
But what if the language is alive? Or what if it was made to speak with us? No matter how a word is rearranged, the truth will come out in that word. So if it's coded in that way.
Because you've heard of reverse speech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that guy's name? I forgot his name. That he would the record thing where they would the whole the old meme. If you play a record backwards, you're gonna hear shit. Led Zeppelin. So this one dude went deep into that, and he played like Obama. He played like all these people doing speeches, and you can hear, or it would basically turn into something crazy like this. Like
Mhm.
they'll say a phrase, and then you'll play it backwards, and then it'll come out with
Yeah.
something similar to this. So maybe that's that's
Could it be
crazy.
speaking to us like the language? Like I could see it being coded. So you're saying, okay, it's been created by such a mastermind that any way somebody uses the language to deceive us, the truth will be hitting in the words in some way.
Yeah, like it's not able. Code can't lie. So if you can see the code
Hmm.
and it says this guy's labeled nice guy, but then you read the code, it says actual. Okay, this guy's actually a killer.
Hmm.
It lets you know beforehand, but he's labeled nice guy. You think he's a nice guy.
Well, remember
That's
you
crazy,
said,
man.
what if it's got two meanings?
Yeah.
All right, Christian. I had wrote this down before I found the document. Christian can be respelled rich at sin or rich saint. So those are two that I found for the word Christian. Catholic saints can be respelled into is satanic cloth. I put that one in the book, I remember.
That's not good.
Yeah, that one's not good, but it could be telling us the truth. Also, Christian rich at sin, that's not Saint Satan Lucifer, careful saint. Where's the other one? Reincarnation respells to an incinerator, or eye to an inner arc,
That's
or to an
interesting.
inner arc eye. Yeah. Jesus Christ can be respelled to riches just, or just riches. Just riches, or riches just. Wait, so
You know what?
that
You know how I can reinterpret that would be under the Christian law. It's based off the law of water, which is money based, which is commerce,
Mhm.
which is again business, has nothing to do with spirituality whatsoever. So we're under the Christian thing, therefore we're under um, the law of water. Yeah. So law of water creates the need for slavery and all these evil, war and all these things that are considered evil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sebastian, good to see you, brother. MD, love the new channel name. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I got the link pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to hop on, brother, always a pleasure. I think that might be Master Yoda. I'm not sure. But I appreciate it, man. Check this one. You're gonna like this one. An agnostic against Khan. Afterlife. I felt fear. Wow.
What? What was it?
Afterlife equals I felt fear. Can be respelled into that.
Wow.
Or
Dude, that's
fear
so
I
cool.
felt.
Because we have fear of death. Yeah.
Yeah. So fear I felt, or I felt fear. Roman Catholic priest respells a complainer to Christ, or to preach to criminals, or can respelled sermon chat topic liar, or it can be respelled Christ emotional crap. Wow.
Let's try this. Let's think deeper. The Antichrist.
Okay, let me see what that would spell. Tarnished tick, racist hint, rain stitch, strain itch, Titans rich, artist chin, Tars chitin, antic shirt. These are just a couple.
Well, no, what was the one above that? You said
Racist hint, rain stitch.
racist hints. Racist hints.
Wow. the Antichrist, and racism is used.
Not only does it come out with words, it comes out in a sequence of words that goes really deep. Like if you don't understand the topic, you're not going to get it. So that makes it even more. That makes it even more credible, because it's not just saying something simple; it's going way deeper into this. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is that one right there.
Okay, here's one. Here's one. Planet Earth.
All right, let me see. I got to get a better anagram translator because this is just using Google.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You busted out some really good ones.
Mr. X has a good one. Planet Earth. Oh, wow. Heart Planet. Heart Planet or Planet Heater.
Heater?
Heater Planet or Planet Heater. Or Planet Heart. Heart Planet or Planet Heart. That's deep.
Yeah, I know Earth turns to heart. So they couldn't rearrange planet. That's interesting.
Well, I would just with this one though.
Okay, let's do Darwin. What's his full name?
I know Charles Darwin. I don't know his middle name. Charles
Let me find it.
Darwin.
Robert is his middle name.
Robert. Charles Robert Darwin. It actually had. Oh, that's what Mr. X was using. Anagram genius. Ho ho ho. Branches a wild terror. A wild terror branches.
Wow. Because branch would equate to evolution.
It says a wild terror branches. Let me see.
Terror. Bring terror like you're a beast.
Terror branches. It could be that. Wild terror. A wild terror branches. Christ real beard worn. It respells into that. That was by Daniel Filipponi using anagram Jesus. Wow, 2000.
See, that's the second time I hear Christ. Is this thing biased?
No, this guy. That one. This guy named Dante Filippini did that in 2002.
No, but I'm saying I heard the term Christ twice. I was going to say it the first time. I was like, wait, why is it saying Christ?
Well, you remember you said check Antichrist, right?
I know, but I'm saying the answer shouldn't have anything to do with a certain
bias.
bias.
Yeah, it has something
like
wild.
A lot of them don't have bias. A lot of them are deep, like direct.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Christ in there?
Oh yeah, that's a mystery.
That means that the anagram generator is biased with that.
AI Gollum says anything with the flat earth. Thanks, Ro. He says loving this. I think AI Gollum's on your side, man. Earth is heart very close to death. Earth is heart very close to death. What is that an anagram? We did planet Earth. It's heart planet, but Earth is heart very close to death. Is that an anagram for something? If you would, if you want to type it in. I mean, I got to look through that other stream. They had some good ones. What did you want me? Let me see. Charles Darwin Theory of Evolution. Whoever did this on the other program, it has stuff that people have done, like in past things using this program. So that guy that got the Christ real worn beard or whatever, he did that in 2002. Using this program, so it leaves the date that people did this, because we're not the first ones, obviously. Charles Darwin Research Institute, somebody did in 2006. Natural science thirst is drawn here, is the draw here. That's kind of like pretty related, because he did have a thirst for natural science, but he was just wrong, with evolution. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, soul of vital, narrow, chosen heredity. And these can also be switched around.
I'm blown away so far if it's not biased. So let's ask a question, for example, is the Matrix real? Or ask crazy questions like that, like off the thing, like the question we've been thinking about and see if it actually can do
Try.
it.
I'm going to back out and go to Google again. Try Anagram Genius. That one might, because I just tried that one. Let me go back to it, because I want to try
That's
the
what we
other
used
one.
last time. Yeah, we used that one before.
There's got to be something better, because this is a very old program, the Anagram Genius, but it has some good ones.
No, it works.
Charles Darwin theory of evolution. Oh ho, words verify natural selection. That's crazy.
Verify.
Yeah, which it's not verified. I mean, natural. We already know through science, but could they have chosen that name to say, okay, what can we make out of that? Like, oh ho, words verify natural selection. What name can we spell out of that? Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. That's just, this is what I'm saying. The language is like speaking to us, letting us know. AI Golem says, no, just me saying death, earth, very same words, but one. Okay, yeah, I hear you, bro. Almost the same as word, yeah, but one letter. Yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying. I'm going to try what you said here, the flat earth, to see if it has anything with Google. Sending me back to AI. Hat felt earth. Hat felt earth. Let me try it in Anagram Genius. It's saying that, I think it's saying the site is not secure. I'm scared to press that.
Let me check real quick.
Anagram Genius. That's what it is.
The one I use is called Inge's Anagram. Let me see if it's
yeah, that one might be better. They have another one, Anagrammer, the best Charles Darwin anagrams. What's this one saying? Oh, this one is ridiculous. I mean, with AI, there's got to be better ones.
You know what's crazy? I did, is the Matrix real? You know what it said?
What?
Atheism Relatrix, and the second one is Ethereal Marxist.
Ethereal Marxist? Wow.
Yeah.
But is it using every letter? Is the Matrix real? Yeah, it could be Ethereal Marxist. Wow. Let me see if that comes up in this. Is the Matrix real? Anagram for is the Matrix. Why is it only giving me 4 letters? How using for the phrase? Okay, I'll put the phrase. For the phrase. Yeah, this is whack, man. Wait a minute. There's no way. The Matrix is real, or is the Matrix real? Can spell I, the master lair, or liar. Wow. Is the Matrix real? The Matrix is real equals I, the master liar, or I, the master lair. That's kind of odd, man. So maybe the Matrix is the master liar, it's saying.
That's what you got. That's why.
Yeah, but you got something different, right? The Marxist thing.
Yeah. I asked, who is the Illuminati? You know what it says? It says humiliation whistle. That's interesting.
What did it say? Marxist what?
Etherical Marxist.
Etherical?
Yeah, like etherical, like the ether, etherical.
Yeah, Marxist. Okay, I wrote that down just to save it. Wow, that's deep, man. Nod
Who's
Z.
who is the Illuminati humiliation whistle? That's insane. You know what that means? Humiliation whistle, meaning, oh, they're too big and powerful. We can't do anything. And it's basically humiliate. Humiliate.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder about where does the soul go, or where does the consciousness go, or whatever somebody like looks at it as. That is a deep one, Nazi. I don't know if it was Nazi that was putting those good ones. Somebody was putting really good anagrams in. Like months ago, we had a stream, and they were putting them in there. Man, I gotta find that stream. They had some with CIA and stuff.
White. Back. Sorry.
Okay. Wachowski brothers. It says here, switch or break show. Break show.
Really?
Break show. I wonder what Wachowski's sisters would be. But if it's not giving me everything, because you got the Marxist one, and then I got I, the master liar or master lair for the Matrix is real. Because instead of is the Matrix real, it spelt it back as the Matrix is real. Here's a notable anagram.
Okay, so yeah, you can choose, because on Genius it says, do you want it satirical? Do you want it flattering? Do you want no emphasis? Or do you want it mixed? So that means there's a lot more different.
You think an AI program would do it better than Anagram Genius, like Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT or something?
But basically, what this is referring to is like, do you want positive, or do you want negative, or do you want funny? Do you want flattering? Do you want? That's literally how.
How about all? Yeah, is there anything to say? Look, just give me every possible anagram that
You
this
put
thing.
no emphasis. Yeah.
Yeah.
No emphasis. And, yeah.
Yeah, just pure science. It's like give me everything that it can spell. There was one that when I was writing the book, but I forgot the name, and it was a really good. I mean, it gave so many I couldn't even write them down. I was like, holy smokes! It just, especially with the programs we got now. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's let me see. Okay, so
Does
that.
evolution have something? I should look it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we had one with Charles Darwin, we looked up, and it's kind of odd. They had one, Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Words verify natural selection. So maybe there's some link with his name and that to cause a programming. Charles Darwin theory of evolution, also soul of vital narrow chosen heredity. The Charles Darwin Research Institute, natural science thirst is the draw here. That is like, I mean, that relates directly to what the other phrase says. Even though we know that evolution is purely debunked. I mean, we're not saying that things don't adapt, but it's not called evolution. So this is like really deep. The fact that his name, Charles Robert Darwin, respells into real beard worn Christ, or Christ real beard worn, or wild terror branches. It respells into that.
I found here one for Homo sapiens. It says apes his mono.
Apes is mono?
Apes, like the ape, his, HIS, and then another word, mono.
All right. Or it could be his apes mono.
That's what it says in the AI. Apes his mono. That's what it comes out to.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, if we rearrange those words, it could spell his apes mono too, right?
Yeah.
And what's word is that for?
Homo sapien.
Homo sapien, his apes mono. So single, or his mono apes. Could be that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
His
Or
mono
ape is some ape is son, HM, something like that. Yeah.
his apes mono, his mono apes. Let me see. And that was for Homo sapien. Let me see what I get on Google with that. Google kind of sucks. Homo sapiens, it put an S on the M. Oh, he apes son. Yeah, it's not really spelling anything. I guess the Google one ain't really that great compared to what the other one is. That's kind of some of the ones that I have that I saved. I got a crazy one here, man, that I saved. I think I might have put it in the book. I don't know if you guys heard it. The phrase "a priest" can be respelled as "it rapes." That's crazy, right?
No, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's telling us, be careful of that. And this is what do we see most priests do?
Mm-hmm.
Straight pirates. And an agnostic against Khan. Agnosticism isn't so magic. Christian fundamentalist is man's in denial is truth fact. Truth fact is man's in denial. Or truth facts is man in denial. Man in denial is truth facts. It could be that too. Christianity can be respelled into charities in it. It's in charity. Tiny Irish cat. The promised land. Spin the old dream. The damn lie drops. A splendid mother. Amid the splendor. Look at, yeah. That one, so we have that. In God We Trust respells to I went to drugs. That's deep. I had wrote that down in 23. Wow. Wow, man. That's like some deep stuff. Yeah, I mean, Nazi saying, where does the soul? That's something, that's a real deep question, Nazi. Yeah. It's like, yeah, the body's here. It like, does it really? The physical body does go back to the elements. It seems that it does. It's like, but where does the other part of us go? Which tells us that there's two parts of us that are living right now. Two parts of us that are actually alive. We live in the physical and the non-physical world at the same time. It's just amazing. Women priest can be respelled into new imposters. That's deep, right?
Yeah.
Letting people know the priest got to be careful. This American life, nice, fair, lame shit. Holy smokes! The fine racialism, so it also spells that.
I did see this one. The acting profession, fine photogenic stars.
Mine photogenic stars.
No, the acting profession, fine, FINE, and photogenic stars.
Fine photogenic stars. I'm saving that one.
I
Okay.
look all these up. I don't figure these out.
Oh,
But you know what's good about this is when you do this so often, eventually it just becomes like it'll probably be a lot easier to decipher words. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, you'll get
Just
to
my
look
mind.
at it. You'll
Yeah,
look right through the words. Your vision will be, yeah, it'll be enhanced. Yeah.
yeah, and that's major, you know, because say they come up with some headlines. Like, wait a minute, what are they really saying in this headline? You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah. We're training our minds to be much stronger. This is the real way to train minds,
It is.
is to do this. Yeah,
But
it
like you said,
definitely.
you know, only a certain group of people like the truth. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. GP man, what's up, man? Yo, brother Ali, good to see you. Looks like the brotherhood is back. Yeah, man. Scribe was just on. I think he hopped off for a sec. He hopped on for a little
Good
bit.
to see Scribe back. I'm glad
Yeah,
everything's back to normal. I'm happy
yeah,
for it.
definitely. Yeah, I spoke with him earlier today.
Mhm.
Yeah, he came up with a few good anagrams there. He definitely trying to see which, well, like I figure, being that we have like I guess AIs around it, there's got to be something good to find these anagrams. I mean, some of the stuff that I'm seeing is just, it makes you wonder.
It really does.
Yeah, it's like the language, it's like it's speaking to us.
And if it can affect your subconscious mind, then guess what? There is no ignoring this. It's going to affect you one way or the other. That's what some of the zombies don't understand. That you can't ignore something that's going to, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's going to get to you, whether you like it or not. You know, ignoring it doesn't make it go away. If it can influence your subconscious, that can hypnotize you into a zombified state.
Yeah. And if we could see through it, we could protect the subconscious with like just a thought.
Exactly. Exactly. They know how to hit the sub. That's what hypnotists do. They get into your subconscious part of your mind. That's how they get to you, you know. And
Hmm.
it works. It's real. I've seen it in real life. It's real. It's the real deal.
Yeah. Now, remember that guy, Russell Brand. So I think I might have put this in the book. Russell Edward Brand, Dr. Rude Bowles slander.
Wow.
Bowles means to noisily cry. It had a few other ones. Oh no, that's a different one. I think, yeah, I mixed it up somehow. But yeah, it had that one. Newspaper, reap and spew. Pan's repew.
Hmm.
Husband and wife can be respelled into fun was had in bed.
Oh boy.
That's just like, how does that even, this is like a secret thing within itself.
Hmm.
They live shades. Yeah, exactly. The they live shades time. Exactly. We're seeing through it with our minds, man. Telling my G friend to seal the deal with the. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Uh, you should get the reverse speech guy on the show. Who is that? Who's the reverse speech guy? Because Scribe was talking about it. He would definitely come on. What's his name? Or like, how do I contact him? Let me know, and I'll see if I can get him on. I got a guy that should be coming on the 29th to talk about like objective morality and stuff. We set the date for 8 p.m. Should be the
Really, objective morality. That's what they're going to talk about.
Yeah, he wants to talk about it. He's a
Is he
really cool.
religious guy? Religious?
No, I don't think he's religious. He's more leaning agnostic.
Oh,
But
okay.
he says he has a lot of study in ancient religion,
Hmm.
and a few other things he had wrote to me on the email. I went on his show. He has a channel.
That's going to be an
Really.
interesting topic. I wouldn't mind participating in that.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds.
yeah, definitely. He's a very friendly guy. Really cool, laid
Mhm.
back dude.
See, I don't agree. Like when the religious people say morality is objective, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think
What-
it's subjective. I believe the creator has a sense of morality, but not everybody's in agreement with the creator.
Hmm.
That's,
Yeah,
because
well, he did say in the email objective and subjective, but I think we'll probably talk about both. So
sure.
it's like, yeah, but I gotta read it again because he said ancient,
Mhm.
something, ancient religions, and philosophy. There were a few things he specializes in. Yeah. Yeah. So we can talk about all of that, you know.
'Cause I don't think objective morality is a good argument for the creator. I hear them use that a lot, and it's like, Ted Bundy had his own sense of morality. Thieves have their own sense of morality. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of subjective in a way in the human experience.
Mm-hmm. And then we wonder, can we add into, could people be influenced? Could their morality be influenced somehow by something that might not be physical?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it, man. Election results, lies. Let's recount lies. Wow.
That's a
That's
good
deep. I'm going to write that down. Thank you,
That's a
GP,
good
man.
one. That's a really good one.
Wow. Election results. Holy smokes. That's a real good one. That's a real good one.
It is. I'm shocked about that one.
Let's recount lies, basically. Let's recount lies. Thank you. GP man is on point. Let's recount lies. Holy smokes. I'll put GP man for credit there. GP man 45. Yeah, when I produce secret words too, yeah, I'll have everybody's credits in there. Yeah, this is deep, bro. This is deep.
It is.
Holy smokes.
Opening doors, you know? With this, we're opening doors. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. And we're training the mind to be able to, like you said, see it, you know, through. So if we see something, like you said, we're like, what are they trying to really say, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I have an old one that I looked up in 23. It was the Liberal Democratic Party equals a terribly complicated hater. That's like, it's like, how does it even spell something so accurate without adding eugenistic theories, spells I the serious genetic.
Eugenics, yeah, like mass slaughter.
Yeah, something like that. And it can always be rearranged, the words. So I had just typed that out just to have it. Yeah, this one, I had a few. Oh, this is a deep one. Scribe would have liked this one. Donald and Melania Trump equals putrid man and a mean doll.
Ooh.
I forgot I wrote that one down. Holy smokes.
Who knows if they're getting these names from physical beings, saying this is what your new name's going to be. You know, these non-physical beings. You know what I mean? Metaphysical.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about the Darwin thing. Like maybe they had the phrase and they formed the name Charles Darwin, the theory of evolution. You know, from the phrase, like instead of the name making the phrase made the name. Kind of, you know, possibly. Just the word vote Donald Trump, and I can't even, I forgot I looked these up in 23. Modulated porn TV.
Oh, geez.
You know, that's really you know, wow, that's deep, man. That's some deep stuff when I think about it. Like how, I forgot I even put this down. I think this was because 23 what, Biden was president, I think. Yeah.
Time flies, doesn't it, when you're getting older?
Oh man, it just, they say if you think, you know, you're young when you think a month is a long time.
Yeah.
That's you know,
100% true.
Yeah,
I could think it was March, and wait a minute, no, it's April.
Years are flying by. It was 2020, you know, now it's 2026. It's like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's got some really good ones. Moses tablets, oh slabs test me. Holy smokes. I forgot I wrote these. where is it? The Empire State Building, New York City. Incredible imagery. It went up to the sky.
Wow.
How, this the language is speaking, within it, right? Yeah, this is like, it's got some real deep ones. I had some other good ones. I don't know where I put them. Oh, who's the man though? Let me see which one. A presidential election can be respelled to, in point, I select the leader. Wow. And a presidential candidate can be respelled to, I stranded, I need capital. And then presidential candidates, if you add an S, it can be a spirited ascendant lie, dedicated partisan lines, identical partisan deeds, deep and idealistic rants. So we have that one. Brother Ali says, invalidations. I love Indians. Holy smokes. That's a deep one, bro. Holy smokes. Invalidation. I tell you, man, the language like speaks. How could this be by chance? There's definitely no chance in it.
No, there isn't.
I mean, this one here, and I put this in the book, a presidential candidate, once you add the letter A, Satan decided a reptilian. That's like, whoa.
That is something else.
It's like, how does that even get there? With Trump and his wife. Yeah, man. It definitely lice equals.
Oh, here's a good one. Public relations. Crap built on lies.
Wow, let me put public relations. Crap built on lies. Mr. X. Wow. That was actually good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking these up, of course.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It just on Anagram Genius, it gives credit to the people that look stuff up that hasn't been looked up before. Because when Scribe and I were looking through it, it had a guy that Charles Darwin was. One was from 2002, another one was from 2006. So it gives them credit, I guess, if they have an account with Anagram Genius.
Oh, so that's good. And you can always give credit for all the sources. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool, man. Libertarians equals brain is alert. Republicans, a sniper's club. Let me see. Sniper's club. Curable spin. Yeah, that yeah, looking through a couple of the news of the world. Wow, tender hot flesh. Yeah, that one. Let me see, what's the other one? Yeah, they had a few others. Oprah Winfrey equals pay for whiner for when I pray. Warn, fear, hype. He pray for win. So Oprah might be something different than what people thought. Secret mission, noisiest crimes. I think I put that in the book. So that one, Oprah Winfrey Show, the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oh, this is fan power. Why her? Wow.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah. And these are ones I did in 23. Hillary Clinton, lynch a trillion.
Wow.
Hillary Rodham Clinton, I'll anchor dirty old man. Or dirty old man, I'll anchor. Wow. Hidden cameras, I meant charades, search the mind. That's deep for hidden cameras. Chained dreams, herded maniacs, chairman, a rich man, girlfriend, diver fling, or rider fling, maybe, right? Rider. This one is like, have a girlfriend equals rifled her vagina.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, smokes. I love you, darling equals you one valid girl. Wow, these I didn't put these in the book, probably for the sexual stuff that came up with it. Seminal fluid equals maiden is full.
Oh, jeez. How is that possible?
Right? It's speaking, the language is alive, or like Scribe was saying, it's coded in some way to where, because English isn't more than 400 years old. It's
Right.
fairly little. Some I don't think it was coded by humans. I mean, this is like some.
It can't be human. No way.
This is yeah. I forgot. I got to put these in the new book because I had so much. I didn't have enough to. I said I'm going to have to make a part 2 and a part 3 even. Look at this one. Strangulation equals air not in lungs.
Wow, come on. You got to be kidding me.
That's like, whoa. This one, the act of masturbation, fantastic to rub it home.
Oh, boy. There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way. No possible. This, holy smoke. Wow. A conjugal visit, each just loving it.
But even though the English language is 400 years old, these terms, like what you just said, masturbation and all these other terms, they were kind of created as time went by, to specify action. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily in the beginning,
It makes me wonder, either it's coded or either the language has a life of its own. Can something like language actually be living? Like, how do we determine what is actually conscious? Could language have, I mean, it leans more toward the coded thing, I think.
Yeah.
That even in the future, if you use certain words, like, but how does that work? I mean, how would it have the thing with the Donald Trump stuff and the, it just, it makes me wonder, like, this is
almost like somebody wrote a script,
Yeah, look at Ann Coulter, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
Ann Coulter, I think her name was, right? Let me see. Let me just check it to make
The
sure.
blonde, I remember her.
To make sure it's spelled. Okay, Coulter, right? This is the crazy thing. Her name can be respelled a loner cunt.
Oh, jeez.
And then it can be respelled to real nut con, and also cannot rule. So her name, Ann Coulter, can be respelled as cannot rule.
Jeez. But also the way she was so controversial, making comments and creating hysteria. It's like it fits the image, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely. That's like, wow. German politics, I put this in the book, liars competing.
Hmm.
French politics, prolific stench.
Oh, cool.
Or conflict perish. It also spells that. Now, this one, when I looked this up years ago, this one is just off the Richter scale. This one has me being like, wait a second, why? America revolts against Bush can be respelled into evil charge as it's Obama's turn.
Oh my goodness. You kidding me?
It's like, yeah.
There's no way. There's no way it's a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. I put this one in the book, democracy equals comedy car.
Hmm.
So it respells into that. Yeah, that one. Where was the other one? I had some of the one for Trump was just like, I mean, it's like Donald Trump and Mike Pence, decent, kind, popular madmen.
Wow.
Donald Trump can be respelled into dump old ramp, dump ton lard, mad old PR nut.
Oh, well, there you go. Right there. That fits.
Wow.
His whole life he's been on, in the public image. Even before he was president, he was all about that,
U.S. President Donald Trump. Dude turns and prompts lie. So it can be respelled into that. Just trying to find some of the other ones that I had. Yeah, these are regenerate, eat greener, a green tree. Yeah, that one. Soldiers, dire loss. Wow. Child abuse can be respelled into builds ache or ache builds. Aches build. It could be. Yeah, aches
Just
build.
find one for George Bush. It says he bugs Gore.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. He bugs Gore.
George Bush. Is he bugs Gore?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of weird because he's the one that beat Gore, right?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Wow, that's let me save that one. Wow, that's Neil Armstrong, the astronaut Neil Armstrong. I got Earth's men on lunar start.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Moon starts earthling nature. So that's another way it can be respelled. That's one small step for mankind. No, wait. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Can be respelled a final plan spoken at the moment of Neil Armstrong's death. No way. Did I write that? Holy
That'd be something. If that's real, forget it.
Yeah, that's what it respells. Holy smoke.
There's no way. There's no way that's coincidence. There's no way.
Holy smokes. And it also respells to famed. How the heck is this? Famed Neil Armstrong talks fine on pleasant moon path.
Oh.
That's one. I got to recheck that.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah, the way, like, see, that's why I put it color coded on the in the book, Secret Words, because it can just be checked by looking at the colors and say, okay, these letters match to this color, just so So I did that, and really that kind of was hard because, the color books, you don't make anything when you put them in color off of Amazon. You're lucky if you make, $1, because it costs more for them to print the color than if it was black and white. So I got to find a way to do it with black and white shading or something like that. And when it's more megabytes, they also charge you on that for the ebook. So if it's the ebook, they charge you, I think, 15 cents for every megabyte. So
Yeah,
it's like,
money talks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes money to make money, like the old saying.
Exactly. I just, I looked at it as, hey, if I'm making $1, that's still $1. It's just, I got to
That's why you got to get your work out there, because you never know. You might run into somebody who has the money to invest. It might be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. Getting it out there and say, hey, wait a minute, I like your work. And
Yeah.
I think I'm going to back you.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta recheck these because the one with Neil Armstrong is off the handle, but I think it does match up. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Neil Armstrong. Yeah, I gotta look these up because I have it on a small notepad document. And
this is definitely going to open up doors, because when you can decipher these anagrams, it can lead into other directions where you can do research. You know what I'm saying? It's like it gives you the path of what to look for.
Yeah, exactly.
For the truth.
Yep.
It's like a guide. You know what I mean? It's like one of those maps. They had maps that were decoded. The coding. You know what I mean? They had to decode them. And it would lead you to the gold, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I hope, it leads me to the goal. I hope it leads me to the goal. That would be great. Yeah.
It would be great. Hey, but hey, no matter what, you die trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true. Very true.
You always got to try. There's no giving up. You
Exactly.
never get to give up. I mean, that's,
You're right. I have astronaut Neil Armstrong. These are the old ones I saved. Man to start lunar regions. How?
There's no way. And what about Buzz Light? Not Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Aldrin. I'm thinking of Disney World.
I thought I had one. I don't think his made a lot because I did. Now this is a deep one. Out of the three guys was I think it was Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Foale was the other guy. Astronaut Michael Foale spells floats a clue. I am on Earth.
Wow.
So astronaut Michael Foale spells that. That's deep. That's deep. It's like, holy smokes.
What about Apollo mission? I wonder what that would.
Let me try the AI.
I'll try it too.
Let me see. Apollo mission. Moon soil pilot? Really? Let me save that.
That's something.
Moon soil pilot. Okay. I'll save that. So that's for Apollo mission. What was the other one? Artemis, right? Artemis mission. Miss Interim, Saint Miss Interim, Interim. It's not really.
But moon soil, that's something else.
Moon soil. Moon soil pilot. This phrase uses all 13 letters from the original phrase. Wait, including, oh no, it adds these bastards. See, that's the thing about the Google thing. These bastards, man. Man on the moon one that I had saved spells man not at home. The Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, man. It yeah, it's not given the anagram. Wait, Apollo mission. Yeah, I think it added an O. Yeah. There's something that's like, why? Why would it, just, yeah, I guess anagram genius is much better.
Mm-hmm.
With
It's an
that.
opening, Like I
Yeah.
say, once you get used to it, I think you'll be able to figure things out on your own eventually,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Neil
Yeah.
Armstrong, altering norms. Mr. Strong Alien, or Mr. Alien Strong. L Morning Star. Oh, this is a good one. Strong Man Liar, Neil Armstrong.
Hmm.
So it spells liar, strong man, or strong man's liar. That's what his name spells, Neil Armstrong. Wow. It also spells Mr. Strong Alien because Neil Armstrong, like Neil A is alien.
Mm-hmm.
That's Alan Shepard. Land as a star upon earth. Alien being respells as I be an angel, or in angel I be. Yeah, that's kind of deep. Yeah, that one. The eagle has landed.
Oh, wow.
He halted as a legend, or see all the dead hang. Wow, that's brutal. Yeah, that one. God's message to mankind. Man made God's ego stink. Astronaut unto a star. That's crazy that spells that.
Yeah.
Wow. Astronaut onto a star. So that's astronaut. Where did I have that one? Love makes the world go round.
Oh, here's a good one.
Mhm.
Election promises. Steep moronic lies.
Skeet.
Steep. Steep. Steep moronic lies. That's for election promises.
Okay. And that's anagram genius.
No, this is something else. I was just looking.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So election promises, steep moronic lies.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And that relates.
Yeah.
That relates like totally. It had a network. Marriage proposal. Groom reappraisal. Surgeon ego runs. Oh, this is a good one. Americans can be respelled as Armaniacs.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
That's like, wow. This one,
Statue of Liberty, built to stay free.
oh really? Let me see. Statue. Liberty, I'm going to save that. Statue of Liberty built to stay free?
Yep.
Okay. Wow. It's like how, right? How?
Mhm.
That's just like, there's no way this is happening by chance. This is,
We're just seeing it nonstop all around. It's like our eyes are being opened, you know?
now this one, is this the right one? Good evil equals I love God. So good evil. The fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The deflowering of Eve, the nude fat girl took food. How do you even get something, that's like yeah, it really makes me wonder. Like, it's like, holy smokes. Yeah, that's, there's just, yeah. That's like smart genius mastering us. Sons migrate. So that, wow. Yeah, I'm surprised I had all of these saved. I was like, this is some deep stuff. Let me see. Ronald, I thought I had something with Ronald Reagan. Ronnie also peddling Star Wars. President Ronald Wilson Reagan. Ronnie also peddling, and he was pushing Star Wars. How is that? U.S. President Ronald Reagan repulsed an ignorant arse. Holy smokes, man. Save. Yeah, I'm saving. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I had these saved. Copy. Let me see. I had them in one of my other ones. I thought anagram book. It was under. Yeah, under anagram book. Yeah, these were deep, man. This is some good stuff. Yeah, this was a deep one, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready. It's like 1:23. Yeah, I figure we'll talk soon. Yeah, I know you're at work too, Mr. X.
Yeah, it's all crazy over here.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll stream tonight, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome.
All
See you
right.
tonight.
You take care. All right, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Have a great night.